And I'm going to relish the fact that I found the Batcave and discovered Batman's secret Okay, who the are you?
Hello, my name is...
Seems today that all you see is violence in movies and sex on TV.
But where are those good old-fashioned values on which we used to rely?
To make your scrolling experience just a little better, I've taken the time out of my day to appear on your For You page. I know, I'm amazing. Leave your praise in the comments below.
Where are you going? To either get ice cream or commit a felony. I'll decide in the car.
Oh no, that was my plan. See if I can, because I need to get all of them without hitting the time problem that I'm having. Plus also using 5 of them. That would have been useful. Again, I'm just bad at messing with timing. Oh, sorry. Let me just act them up so I can just, just fix something. Okay, no.
I heard you were sad and going through struggles, so I am now here to give you cuddles. Now let me love you!
2024 Olympics. Hashtag dark humor. Hashtag Olympics. Hashtag radio. Around. It's here, it's here, it's here, it's here, it's here. Okay, then put that. Anyway, I should turn this off because I don't need this. And then do this. Pop this out. Slam that there.
I have all this power at my fingertips.
Hey, what's up? It's me.
Stop!
So yeah, this is gonna be a long one, ain't it? Let's start anyway. So, usually on these earliers or laters or this or that or blue, because I've got a bit of doing a bit of work later, I don't usually do one of the long ones. I think you see that there, my nose is stuffy, but I try and keep it down. But because the next couple of days are going to be a bit of a merger, I'm merging seasons together. And because the timing is right and the stars aligned, I'm getting rid of Psych with the final 3 seasons, season 6 to 9, all on one video. So, I'm going to talk about it overall, and I'm going to talk about the final points later. Also, yeah, I just want to make sure I get the episode right. That's what I'm getting the thing. And then I saw the Tomorrow Plus One, and that's exciting. Anyway, that's besides the point. I haven't even watched it yet. So, yeah. Let's get on to that. So, this will be this season, season 6. And besides one season, which is only going to appear for one bit, I'm just going to use these and then change it. I know I don't need to. I know it is true. But I'm going to do it anyway, so let's do it. Anyway. The only thing that I want to talk about in this section is the fact that the whole thing has Sean's dad working as sort of the head of the consultants agency. And you get the dynamic of a lot of the stuff, and a lot of jokes are really funny. Like, there's one joke where it's like, you're not hired on my cat. I'm not. Dad, he's hired. They don't do it too often, but that is just one of the funniest jokes. And again, he loses the position. I think I've said this when I talked about season 5. He loses the position. He quits. But I wished they did it for season 7 and 8. I can't think. But yeah. With season 7 has, in my opinion, the best episode Psych has ever done. And I say that firmly. Which is Turn Right or Left for Dead. Which is essentially like a what if. A small what if. It's basically, what if I didn't give Hurt my jacket and all this didn't happen. And you had 2 choices. You have left and you have right. Because the whole thing is about I'm not a psychic. The whole show is about I'm faking it. And one person who I'm slowly falling in love with, which is Julianne, finds out. And she reacts fairly. Because she's been lied to before. Her family, not her parents, but a lot of people who go out with her mother, including her father, weren't exactly reliable people. So with this, all of this being said, this sort of has this pattern, and I like how she sort of treats it, looks at it, understands it, but it's still messed up. It is still bad and really horrible. But with all that, it's really interesting to look at and think about her reaction. And then, at a certain point, it's revealed, he goes into the chief's office. Chief, she goes in, covering for me. I'm like, what? It's the same thing, but I'm going to mention it again. But it's so interesting, but it's like, covering for me. He looks at her and is like, I'm going to say, you told me to do this. You asked me to do this. And I was like, nope, it's a bit unfair. And it's like, it's really interesting. That it's like, to be fair with Sean wasn't at first put in a position where he had a choice. He could do these things where he sort of can read and understand people. But because of certain things, and the fact that he was like, oh, I've just reported all these crimes because I think this person's guilty. And I was like, I think you're guilty. But at a certain point, he could have revealed himself. But it's really interesting. You can tell this one is different. There's a different image. So yeah, you couldn't really tell between the last 2. So that's fun that I did it at all. But yeah. Season 8 is the last one of sorts. And it has three sort of you bugger that I want to talk about, which is 1, they do a straight up Harry Potter episode where Harry Potter / British gang sort of gang film, where they bring back the artist as oh, I was an artist, I was undercover, which, even though I love the episode with British gang, and I just love that because British gangsters I just love as an idea of a genre. I just hate the idea of oh yes, I wasn't an artist, it was all a cover up. Beep, you stupid. You also have the nightmare, which I like as the idea of blending the nightmare. Plus the breakup being they broke up. They had a thing where they broke up. It was yep, this is the end. And I like the whole idea of slowly breaking the group up, slowly breaking apart this sort of group that they've had. And I like that they've given videos, including to one-off cameos, I didn't know him, what? Which is so funny. Yeah. But the one other thing which I like is including one of the episodes that I didn't talk about, because all that's in it is basically the detective, I think it's Lassie. Anyway. Always tries to be on him, being like, Sean Starr's a psychic, even doing a lie detector, even though the lie detector is absolute bullshit and it doesn't work. Doing the whole 9 miles, doing this, that, the other, being like, I will prove that you are not a detective. At the final moment, Sean goes, you know what? You owe me one person, and I will admit that I'm not a... It's like, you had proof. I think it's one of the things that, like, if they saw each other, it's like, I know, you know, that I'm not telling you the truth. But he does not care. You also have the episode because, like, at a certain point, he becomes the chief and the head. Also, there is a lot to talk about this because the other episode is a little bit shorter than the others. It just basically, they get a new detective and they get a bunch of, like, psychics together and it's like, oh, get it up all the way, do it all the way, go full nuts, and it's just absolutely hilarious. Also, the last thing, which is interesting to talk about, is they did a live studio, which I don't know if they showed all of it. They did kind of look like they cut it a bit, but it's basically after season 8, there's no more. It's all done. It's all over. It's just interesting. It's fun to look at this sort of show that did 8 seasons. And besides, like, the last episode, it's like 16 episodes per season. Let me just check. Yeah. 16 episodes per season, besides season 8, which only has, technically story-wise, 10. But it's really fun, really dynamic, and always feels fresh. The ideas, even the ones I haven't talked about, are fun, interesting, and overall just amazing and exciting to watch. So yeah, welcome to my free reviews in a way. That's why this is long. Besides season 8, which I surprisingly had way more to talk about than I thought I did. Or season 7, I had a bit to talk about that. But this is really good. I love it. I find it entertaining. It's just really good. And it is a good way to end it on. So yeah. Whew. I hope you enjoy, I hope you like, and I definitely hope you watch this series. But most importantly, good night.
So imagine this happening in Spider-Man No Way Home. The moment before we get this battle with Spider-Man's 3 villains, we see a meeting between Toby, Andrew, and Tom. Tom at this point in the movie is at his lowest, and he's doubting whether he can come out of this saving everyone. And that's when Toby puts his shoulder on Tom and says, hey, remember what Uncle Ben used to say? Tom not only realizes what he is saying, but he is overcome with emotion and looks at Andrew, who simply gives him a smile that says, you know. And all together they say, with great power, there must also come great responsibility.
Why does Emperor Palpatine have a desk? Huh? In that scene where Yoda comes in and they're about to have that big fight, Emperor Palpatine clearly gets up from his desk. I mean, I'm just saying, what does he need a desk for? Who the hell cares? I'm just saying, it's weird. I mean, what was he doing at his desk, like right before Yoda walked in? What was he doing? Was he doing paperwork? Was he like, Yoda, what do you need, and will it take longer than 5 minutes? I am absolutely swamped. These requisition forms for new TIE fighters have to be down to Debbie in accounting by 6, or Newt Gunray is going to pitch a tent in my waiting room.
Ooh. I needed to wait. Sometimes I need to just do some waiting. Because that sometimes is better than just going in there and not thinking about anything. Oh, no, wait. Then go. Yeah, that would have been a time to stop.
Wait, where'd you get that piano?
Yeah, season 2 and 3. I'm like, I missed 2 of them. Are you? Okay. First, not that one. That's. Can you end? Oh, screen scan.
Adelaide, don't just sit there. That's better. The dome's still got integrity. It's 10 feet of steel combination made in Liverpool. Magnificent workmanship.
It can't be stopped. Don't die with us.
Now then, what else have we got? Heat! They use water, so we can use heat. What's against the ice warriors? What's against the flood? And ramp up the environment controls and steam them.
But you said we die. For the future, for the human race.
Yes, because there are laws. There are laws of time. And once upon a time, there were people in charge of those laws, but they died. They all died. Do you know who that leaves? Me! It's taken me all these years to realise the laws of time are mine. And they will obey me!
Environment controls are down. Sorry, Doctor, it looks like history's got other ideas.
Not beaten yet. Not beaten. Not beaten! We're not just fighting the flood. We're fighting time itself. And I'm gonna win!
Let's just also do another thing. Meaning sounds, because I don't have G's, kind of not. Don't use. And then double chest bar, I'm gonna leave this. It's not working, which it kind of did left. Okay, there should be computer speaker. Okay. Yeah, that is good.
You can't just leave them! Don't you think I've done enough? History's back in place and everyone dies. You've got to go back! Doctor, I'm telling you, take this thing!
It's not fair.
No, it's not.
For your own planet. It burns.
That's just it. Don't you see, Donna? Can't you understand? If I could go back and save them, then I would, but I can't. I just can't. I can't.
Just someone. Please. Not the whole town. Just save someone.
Come with me.
Okay, that's good. Because I just need 5. Well, technically 4.
What? What's wrong?
My face. Why this one? Why did I choose this face?
Doctor, what's wrong with your face?
I think I know why I chose it. It's like I'm trying to tell myself something. I think I know what I'm trying to say.
Just someone. Not the whole town. Just save someone.
Come with me. I know where I got this face and I know what it's for.
Okay, what's it for?
To remind me. To hold me to the mark. I'm the doctor. And I save people. And if anyone happens to be listening and you've got any kind of a problem with that, to hell with you!
So yeah, let's just get into this big chunk of stuff. So yeah, I think I've said before on either old reviews or on long stuff that I've got a lot of stuff to review, and because I don't want to have like a huge list anymore because it's annoying me, I'm just going to either fuse some episodes or do something like that. So yeah, let's get into that. So yeah, 5 seasons, 1 episode. Woo, there's more. I know there's season 6, so this isn't the end of it. But yeah, the spoiler stuff is not as exciting. But here's the thing. Throughout season 1, besides a couple of gadgets, because I'm a sci-fi guy, if I see a cool sci-fi gun, I'm happy. For a bit. I do like the cool technology. But I love, more importantly, the wall. The wall! That's at the moment all I'm watching Solar Opposites. I'm like, okay, the wall. Oh wait, there's aliens. The family of aliens. Can we skip the family of aliens? Go. The wall! And I love the whole story with Duke. The whole thing with Duke and him being like knowing about all of that stuff, I absolutely love. And doing all that stuff. And then, because this is not a spoiler, having it at the end be like, he had a way out, and wait, one of the other resistance leaders, because they had a fake death, and then they did a second, like, and now she's dead, and I just love her. I find it absolutely amazing, absolutely awesome, and I think it's just 100% so cool. And when you get into, again, season 2, again, I'm not really, besides a couple of episodes like the What If, I'm not really interested in the sci-fi stuff. And later on, there's an episode about, like, the pupa, like, oh, you all have to act normal, and a whole season of them acting normal, and then the tree stuff. I'm just going to put this all in here, because the fun stuff that I like talking about is the next season, The Wall. Yeah, I don't watch all the episodes, I just watch The Wall, and then The Backyard. Those are the episodes I love the most, because you have the wall in the backyard, and it's so exciting. And so interesting. With season 2 being all about the revolution not being as good as it is, and how it's slowly going to be like, and then the person we thought was dead is not dead. Woo! And that I find exciting. It's like, what? I like it. I also like that at one moment they sort of do a fake out. Where they're like, it is a full fake out, but it's like, oh no, I had the fully custom made. It's not lead lined. And I love it. It's hilarious. And it's like, and then I'm gonna go, and I'm like, oh okay, this is all illusion. But it's so funny. It's so hilarious. So yeah. And when getting, obviously I know I'm not changing the image, because with Psych, I do actually care. With this, no. Anyway. So yeah. And the other thing I like, which is the only thing of Aliens I really like the fake out episode where like they end one episode with the whole train things, everything goes, they just immediately go into the next one. I'm like, Even the credits just roll, and then we roll into a new episode, being like, oh yeah, there's a whole thing with sold episodes. It's like, what the fuck? There's so many meta stuff with like Hulu, and like all of this stuff, and it's really interesting. Again, the alien stuff. Also, there's the Silver Cop stuff, which I also like. The whole plot of like him going into space, getting recruited by the Silver Cops, being betrayed by, having a whole emotional affair, and like being betrayed by the Silver Cops, being turned to a sort of like murder image by the Silver Cops, going out with like these like guys who have images on their chest, which is really cool, and then getting surgery, and then rejoining the Silver Cops, and then you have this whole army that looks like MLP. And then you have, in season 3, you have the Wall Council, and it's all about like trying to fight these bugs and going on like this what seems like alien like, and then like the character who is also the hero in season 2 dies in season 3, which sets up season 4, which again, I know more about the Wall episodes, and besides they go to work and Alicia gets a partner. Again, most of like the alien stuff I'm fine with, except Valentine's. It's funny that they try and erase Valentine's because they can't get the exact food, the exact food they really want. That's a feeling. It's like, oh, babe, this holiday sucks. I can't get my burgers I want with the specific flavors. I love, like, a lot of people complain that Halloween, in a way, isn't just... Halloween and Christmas are just, like, money-making. And in certain regards, I don't disagree. But Valentine is more like that. Because legitimately, it is a bunch of people trying to claim that you need to buy stuff for love. And there is a certain thing where it's like you have to give gift, and it's a fully thing. It's a, like, a type of love. But the fact that, like, so many people, like... is really expensive. But anyway, season 4 is what I hate, is because it has the religious juke in a way. And I like the trying to get back the child, and I find it interesting, all the different like sabotage that each one of them does, and I really find that interesting. But all of it is so interesting. And then they leave into the backyard, which at this current point, again, I could talk about the actual solar opposites, the thing that I should be talking about, but don't, because I don't care about them. Actually, there's one episode. Is it on this one? Where is it? The one where, like, yeah, Yummy likes a giant head, where it's like, oh yeah, you feed me all the time. And then it turns out this. I also like the Halloween episode where all of it turns into Halloween. But then again, that's just me, and I'm a Halloween fan. It's the second Halloween episode, but I prefer this one. I think I've said it before. This, season 5, I don't think was as good. I just like, 1, the idea that they sort of set up. 2, the sort of journey that they do through the backyard. I think it's like, not as bad as the season 4 War, but I feel like I would have loved, and I feel like they could do this, because they're setting up questions, and there's a whole video on it, where they question how society is set up, like, people could take power through, like, the Mon, like, in the Duke, where he was like, yes, I'm here, like, as a sort of tyranny. You have a fake leader, like, in season 2. You have, like, a council set up, which they tried to do but didn't really settle on. You have a sort of, like, religious-based sort of leadership that does exist throughout history. And then you have this one, which is sort of another Duke. But the one thing which I loved, until they revealed, yes, I'm just an evil, corrupt person, I would have loved if they would have set up a sort of, like, puppet leader. And I don't know if they're going to do that in this sort of, like, version, like a puppet leader. But I also still love that, like, at the end of the day, she's like, Joe, oh shit. I have a longer version of one of my longer videos being like, oh shit, you can't play nice? This, I'm taking over. You. But it's so cool. Overall, I'm not a fan of the solar opposites. It's okay. It's fine. The wall and the garden is where I get my entertainment. You watch the aliens. I just think it's Aliens Family Guy, so it's fine. It's okay. I like The Wall and The Garden. I'm gonna stick with that. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. But yeah, this is a lot. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this mad video of like 5 seasons. But yeah, The Wall, The Garden, I hope you enjoy, and good night!
Where did you come from, Dolly? Are you here to be my new best friend?
Hello, Katie. Wanna play a game?
You want me to burn down the house?
But, Jesus, Katie, no!
Danny Pink, here's your man, Mr. Smith. 5 years military experience. Sergeant, here and Afghan, so electrics, boilers. If you need a hand, give him a shout.
I've helped the ship with a couple of things.
I'm sure I won't be needing you, Sergeant. Fully qualified. You best get back to your PE class.
I teach maths.
Do you? What, in emergencies?
No, I'm a maths teacher.
Yeah, he's a maths teacher. Mohammed, put that down.
How does that work? What if the kids have questions?
About what?
Maths.
I answer them. I'm a maths teacher.
But he said you were a soldier.
Yeah, I was a soldier. Now I'm a maths teacher.
Well, what about all the PE?
I don't teach PE. I'm not a PE teacher.
Sorry, that seems very unlikely.
Excuse me, Mr. Pink. I think us 9M4 are waiting.
Yes, you better run along, Sergeant. That ball isn't going to kick itself, is it?
I'm not a PE teacher. I'm a maths teacher.
Nope. Sorry. No, I can't retain that. I've tried. It's just not going in.
Where did you come from, Dolly? Are you here to be my new best friend?
Hello, Katie. Wanna play a game?
You want me to burn down the house?
But, Jesus, Katie, no!
Okay, Dad. I hate the blue little... No, I can't actually do that with my mind. So, my plan... I don't think I will be able to get the contract, but, you know, I'm just going to work on this one. I'm going to move on and get maybe better weapons and better charms. Because I don't think my current equipment... Okay. That is not a good idea. What I need to do is I can... Yeah. I'm not even going to try, I'm just going to... This is my attempt at starting... Yep.
Why does Emperor Palpatine have a desk? Huh? In that scene where Yoda comes in and they're about to have that big fight, Emperor Palpatine clearly gets up from his desk. I mean, I'm just saying, what does he need a desk for? Who the hell cares? I'm just saying, it's weird. I mean, what was he doing at his desk, like right before Yoda walked in? What was he doing? Was he doing paperwork? Was he like, Yoda, what do you need, and will it take longer than 5 minutes? I am absolutely swamped. These requisition forms for new TIE fighters have to be down to Debbie in accounting by 6, or Newt Gunray is going to pitch a tent in my waiting room.
Great position. Oh. Okay, I'm just gonna go back because I don't think I need this open. And if I don't, which is good. Oh, it is still running. Oh, because probably I've got this open. Transfer effectivity 7, 8, 9, 7.
Unlikely things to say when running for president.
This week I will speak in 4 states. Angry, tired, psychotic, medicated.
I've just carried on watching some what is it? Moriarty the Prophet, which I like because it takes Sherlock Holmes but looks at it from Moriarty. And this is not like simply greed or this, like it's interesting his philosophy of like
sometimes the lords in upper societies are like cruel and mean, and sometimes you have to sort of get something new. And it's really interesting, and I really love it. Patriot, and I like how you see both Sherlock and Moriarty side, and they're both seen as like interesting.
The blast in that building was caused by Bomb Voyage, who I caught in the act of robbing the vault. Now, we might be able to nab him if we set up a perimeter.
You mean he got away?
Well, yeah. Skippy here made sure of that.
Incredible!
You're not affiliated with me!
So yeah, time for the sectors to come together. So yeah, this is a fun sort of show because I like how they slowly look at. They've got this country called Akka. No, that's the company. You have this country that looks like this bird, which is really a fun idea. Just like being like, yeah, of course it looks like a bird. Don't question it. It's like if you look at any other country, it looks like anything of anything. If you look at England, it's like, oh yeah, that's England, but does it look like something else? No. What do you mean? But I like how they slowly do that. I don't have much to say. It's fun. It's interesting. I liked it. I didn't think it was one of the best things I watched, but it's fine. It's great. The mystery's good. It's not for me. But one of the things I like is throughout the season, you slowly learn about, like, a lot of people are thinking about this rebellion because of like this like other person who can rule because of technicalities. It's really complicated. It's this whole thing about like the sister who was older, but because of you have to have a technical male in charge because of BS rules. I don't get that fully. I think it's something to do with like there was a thing in the past. One of the kings said that like, oh, he only wants a male in charge of like the throne as the king, which is interesting. Effed up, but interesting as the idea. And then like she was kicked out. I was like, yeah, I can't do anything, and I'll cause problems. A lot of people. So she left, had kids, and the youngest son is about to go older now. But there's rumors about like, oh yeah, the male has a son. There was a female who existed who had a son, so he had more of a right to the throne than the current son does, and it's really complicated. But I love the whole thing was like, here's a revolution. It's like, what are you gonna do? Well, there isn't any. That actually isn't a thing, and throughout all of this, you can see how important we are, and the whole thing's about like, yeah, you can see how important we are. Don't fire us. Please. That's fun. That's really interesting. Because like the whole thing is like revolution, change, maybe he won't be in power anymore, but they don't. And I like that. Because sometimes there's more to it, and I find that fun. So yeah, this including Van Twist, this is a good series. I like the idea that the revolution came and became nothing. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and good night.
I can show you what comes next, so don't be freaked. Stay in your seats. I do this bullshit like 8 times a week.
Let's get recorded, which is amazing as too, because the other one.
Press control.
Also, I found this again, which I'm gonna use more. Yeah.
Sure there isn't something down there you can use to climb out?
Oh, wait! Here's a grappling hook! Oh, and here's an escalator! Silly me!
We're up about to die, Louise. Do you really want your last words to be sarcastic?
No!
But I'm starting down here on the floor. I do somewhat agree, because the whole thing is about, like, monarchies can't just be bad, or, like, dictatorship isn't always good.
Congratulations! You've didn't it.
Again, yes, I know I should move on, but I don't want to move on.
I'm getting the time right.
Are you putting some sort of nasty spell over me?
What? No, I'm literally just standing here, lady.
Land. 9. 9. Also, does that improve? 9. 17. So I'm gonna have this one, which is corpse transmission on 17. Okay, land. Corpse. Which is just basically insane, because rubber rats and all that jazz. Alright. Okay, so.
Good morning, everyone. God has let me live another day, and I am about to make it everyone's problem.
Roll for moving, because I know that's a thing. I'm not into with D&D, but 12. Let's go! Sorry, I got the words mixed up. There's a roll for initiative. Yeah, my dumbass head. Anyway. So, I watched this, and originally I was going to put all of them on, like, really big ones, because I feel like I had a lot to talk about. And then I realized I don't. I just have a lot of talk about D&D, which, if I'm correct, this is heavily, I think this is somewhat based, I'm not entirely sure, because I do know a couple of things that I use, like Rage, are D&D. Rage is definitely a D&D created spell. But I don't know if this is a play D&D or this is sort of like based off D&D. I'm not 100% sure. I've heard something that like this was based off like a campaign that like some like people did. But one, I don't know who said it, and I'm bad at finding stuff and getting attention to find that stuff. So I'm not going to say who said it, but I've heard that before. And yeah, so I like D&D. So here's my brief explanation of the stuff I played. When I had my old Discord, I played 2 games that I didn't know. Then I had a PK, which I do know, which is a party kill. I do have dice, hence while I was rolling. I have dice right here. That is what I had with me. Of sorts, so I do have dice, and I do watch like YouTube videos that talk about D&D. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Through season 1, and this is another multi-season video. Yay! Another one of these long videos. Luckily, it's only 3, so it's not that bad. So yeah. So let's get into it. So season 1, if I'm correct, sort of deals with them. First, they fight a dragon, but most of it is they attack these 2 sort of groups, and it turns out one of them, which yay! Oh, I'm not making the scenario now. I'm doing that on Thursday. Oh yeah, I'll do. I like I said, sorry. That's someone we're talking about. Like, I'm doing that on Thursday, but I'm doing a review of Vox Machina. Do you like Vox Machina? I don't know. So yeah. I like this, and I enjoy this, and definitely when it deals with him, with his darkness, and his absolute, like, how far he's willing to go. Definitely with the gun, which I talk about in a couple of seconds. But the one thing I love, and the main thing that I love about the series, is talking about, like, definitely with the bag. It's like, how far will you go? Because he has, like, this gun that is somewhat possessed by a demon in a way, but he doesn't know that, I don't think. But I love how it just gets darker and darker. Even, like, the thing where, like, all of the things that happen is so insane. And definitely with the gun. And I love at the end when he, like, just has a moment where it's like, he throws it away. I'll be done in a sec! So, yeah, this is so insane and so amazing. And when they throw away the gun and it goes in the acid, it makes this howling sound, because this is not normal. And the amount of insanity that it has in that is so creative. And I just love it. I just overall find it amazing, overall find it awesome, and find it just really so cool. And in general, season 2, sort of, they've had this, and then you slowly get the dragons. You get in, like, season, I think, 2, in season 1, near the end, it's the dragons. They're here. And you slowly get them collecting these sort of artifacts that are, like, big, powerful weapons. And they go to the Fey realm. Well, some of them do, and I think some of them go to this other realm, where I think, if I'm correct, this is the season. Let me do. Yeah, this is sort of a season where, like, you have this big guy, and you get his history of, like, which is really interesting. I think was, like, more violent. And then when he meets one of their clerics. I do know some of the thing, because he's a barbarian and she's a cleric, and I just love that side plot. I also love how, like, whimsy it is, and I love that. That's fun. If we're dealing with the Fae, I like the idea. It's the same with, like, an actual D&D game. It was with Dimension 20, which always do awesome D&D games. One of the things that they have in there is one of it is like no one will harm you. Just to correct, is there a person in there called no one who can harm us? And it's that sort of weird wording. And it's like really interesting, and especially one of them who sort of like has that sort of like, I'm not going to say exactly, but similar sort of like feeling when I see him to like, he is like a bit more helpful probably, but that sort of like weird feeling to like, the cat in Alice in Wonderland, where I'm like, for some reason, I don't trust you. But yeah. This is good, I like it, and they slowly get the sort of like group to start fighting the dragon and some of the like really powerful weapons. And then you have the one thing I like in season 3 is you have a shapeshifter reveal, if I'm correct, which I love. I love when you get like the shape. It's the same with like Fullmetal Alchemist, where they show the shapeshifting. Again, all of this in every one of these seasons I love so far. And the one thing I love is that it blends together. You do get cut-off points, but the one thing, again, I always say the one thing I like, because again, marketer, if I say the one thing I like, and I'm like, oh, and then there's this, and then there's that, because I'm an idiot, don't worry about it, is that they kill a character, the character dies and comes back, and there's a whole thing, and something bad might be happening, and there is romance. Also, one of the person has a kid, which is cool, and a fun idea. I mean, this whole thing with it, and I love it. It's so cool. Like, I don't know if I'm like good, and then like it's so interesting, and the fact that he can't be like, oh, is it this person or is it this person, and constantly gets the name wrong is so interesting. Also, I feel like that's, I don't know, because I like playing rogues, because I like being surfy, I don't know if that's a thing, because, like, bards are chaotic a lot of the time. But yeah, I don't know if that's, like, a mainstay of, like, oh, that's a barbarian thing, or I don't know. I don't usually, not barbarian, bard, because I haven't usually played a bard. I played a rogue, and I played a barbarian. I haven't played a bard yet, but yeah. So yeah, this is fun, this is entertaining, and is absolutely 100% worth to watch. Definitely with the story and the characters. It's just amazing, cool, and overall just really creative with some of this. So yeah, go and watch it. It is 100% worth to watch. So yeah, I hope you enjoy, I hope you liked this video. This long video is not going to be long for a bit. The next couple of videos are going to go back to, it was short yesterday, but the next couple of videos are going to be short. So yeah, hope you enjoy, I hope you like, and good night.
Name, Corona. Surname, Virus. Nickname, COVID. Age, 19. And mother, China. And current boyfriend, USA. Your ex, UK, Italy, and Spain.
I guess that's why Charlie called it the Has-Been Hotel.
It was actually my idea.
Well, it's not very clever.
Fuck you.
Okay. 4, 5, 7. 4, 5. 5. And let's do 2 more. Add new trait. Add new trait. So basically, so we have birds, rodents, bats, which I'm all going to So yeah, I've got an advent calendar, it's Christmas, and I get a minifig. I'm going to do this every day and just show them off because I want to. Free for the first day because I forgot to do day 1 and day 2, but yeah. Okay. Oh. Are you... Okay, I almost got it. I legitimately almost got it. I could do this. Okay. Does this song say it works? Yeah. I just need to do it. I've explained the advent calendar days. Here is the next one. I think this is sort of like a dice, but it looks really cool and really like fun. It's really fun to just hold in my hand. But yeah, here is day 2. Hopefully if I did it. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm a little bit over the time. Gold. A+. I did it. It took too many episodes, but I did it. So yeah, advent calendar day. Here is the next guy. I just like these figurines because it looks so nice and looks so cool. I want to get some D&D stuff, but yeah, this is really cool and really fun. So yeah, last time we had the training, time for the actual battle. Let's go! So yeah, My Hero Academia. I like this. Also, today is going to be a double review. We're having this and another one, which is going to be so weird, contradicting of these two things. But yeah, this is really good in my opinion. I like this. I like the battle. It is dramatic as hell. It is fun. It is awesome. And besides, I feel like the reveal, which isn't a reveal to us, is the sort of reveal of the sort of like, why am I bad with names? Do you know the sort of like thing that happens with the number one hero, which is the number one hero over time, and like his past, and that sort of like effed up situation that happened with his son is revealed. I like that happening, and I like the idea of like, oh, I'm reporting it because we are the reporter, and this is what we're going to do. No matter who wins the good or the bad, we are reporting it. We are telling it. We are going to tell what is happening. So yeah. The one thing I like is the one best spoiler that I like is there's a whole thing about some of the mutations that you have that you look animal. So you get treated like somewhat like, oh, you're below us because you're just nothing more than like an animal type, and you get sort of treated like an animal. It's sort of, I think, like sort of an idea of them tapping into like the race sort of thing, because like so many people look like lizards or this or that, and they dehumanize that, which is effed up. But I like how they have this whole battle, and the heroes that are helping are like being like, is this actually doing anything? Are you storming this thing's actually doing anything? And I love it that they actually have the heroes that are sort of like fighting have these sort of like
like animal sort of like animal based quirks is really fun. But yeah, I like this. It's really fun to watch, and it's just overall really entertaining. I 100% absolutely recommend for you to watch. But yeah, I hope you enjoy, and yeah, good night. Oh no, something's missing. Let's see. What evidence do we have here? So yeah, this exists, and I love it. It is amazing. It is good. I can't say much about it because the thing that is good about it is the sort of like little like offset. They have these moments where sort of time like sort of like freezes like, and there's like, so what happened here? Well, this, and they like bring up these points. I think it's something to do with like them recording and they're like trying to analyze what we're going through. But I like that idea visually because it just looks absolutely amazing. Right, the whole thing just sort of like freezes into sort of like one color in a way, and it's sort of like discussing it, and I just love that as an idea, and it's really fun, and it's just really interesting. The other thing I love with this is overall, there's a bit at the end which is sort of like a fake, you get this person, you get that person. And I like that they set up this whole thing being like, oh yeah, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. And they're like, oh yeah, I saw that coming, and then this is going to happen, this is going to happen. And they're like, oh yeah, but they could do that. And then we're going to do this going to happen, this is going to happen. It's going to be really fun and really entertaining. And overall, I just absolutely think it's just entertaining. I like mysteries. I like detective stuff. I've said this before. And even though I thought originally this was going to be, okay, you're getting a mystery. This is at least going to be somewhat entertaining. Because, like, unlike what I somewhat like for the other one, which I was like, you got these big actors. Why is it... You kind of see Barbie and it's like, oh, it's going to be simple. And this is alongside the other one that came out, the Barbie movie, is kind of proving that, like, you can create amazing stories. And the Barbie one was, like, really complex. And even this, it's not as, like, deep and, like, philosophical as that one is. Nowhere near close. But it's still fun. It's still a great mystery. And you could do a lot with, like, a character that a lot of people will just look the other way and be like, it's Barbie. It is so fun. So, yeah, I hope you enjoy. Not I hope you enjoy, but I really think you should watch this. It is really entertaining. So I hope you enjoy, I hope you like, and good night. 9, 17. It'll be a while until I finish this. Also, safety. Save. Urban countries efficiency. And I will hello. And I'm immediately starting because I'm going to like do one of my on this days and then redo the sound on remake because that's fun sometimes. Remaking it. Definitely if you have like a sound based one, not like a reacting based one. Which means I've got 2 remake ones. One I'll do now, one I'll do when it's been uploaded. Meaning there'll be technically 5, but I only record 4 because it's not here yet. And I can move certain things around, so. It is I, Oh, this is gonna be a very weird episode. Also, what's my I think it's downstairs. Who's singing me? Oh well, I'm making a lot of stuff here, so let's do that first. As you know, it's just clips, so it'll probably be best if I just get my iPad.
Hey man, thanks for the sandwich. Oh, for sure, bro. Anytime. I've been starving all day.
Wait. No.
James, what's up? Ain't you a cannibal? Yeah. Then what's in my sandwich?
Time for... Oh, no. PG-13. Can't have this. So yeah, I know that was stupid, but... yeah. Fake weapon. Should have a thing up here. Fake weapon. Fake. Anyway. This is really interesting because it's a PG-13 slasher, sort of. With time travel, sort of. But it does the time travel good, but it's not really... Because it's like a serial killer. This guy who's sort of like murdering. Also, I'm going to talk about this in another video, but today is a 5-day, so I'm going to try and keep it to 5 days. So I'm going to talk about that in another 2 days. So hold on to your butts for that. So yeah, it's fun. It's entertaining. It is really, just really great. I don't know why I'm saying like, it is really, really great. You can just trust me. I absolutely think this is amazing and has no flaws. Trust me, I don't look dead inside. But it is good. It is really fun. But yeah, the one thing that I like with this and the whole thing is that one of the major things that they have near the end is they turn out to be the killer. Far From Future 1 is one of the people from the past who was like, oh, I'm bullied, and then they did all of this for like, because at first it was like, that's a good idea, being like a what if for like a horrible future, but I like the idea that in a way it's like, yeah, you are horrified because you didn't go through those experiences. You could be a completely different person throughout your different experience. I also like the idea of, oh, if I save this person, I might not be born. And then it turns out that's true, and that is absolutely terrifying. And she just stays in the past, and I find that hilarious. And funny. It's just one of the best things ever. Also, where does she live now? She's in the past and the parents don't know her. So, yeah. That's weirdly hilarious because of how up it is, but yeah. I think this is really good, really entertaining, and overall just one of the most interesting, sometimes in a hilarious, wrong way, sort of like Netflix films really ever. So yeah, I hope you enjoy, I hope you liked, and good night.
But now actually time to figure this out. Is it land or sea? No, it's sea. Is it sea? Transmission. Sea. Let's see if that's the case. Can I do an animal that's sea based? Sea based animal. Sea based animal. So yeah, I'll figure that out later. I still need to figure that out. Let's save scenario. Okay. Okay, because I've got 4, which is comment, stick. No, wait, no, that doesn't count. Okay, so clip. I don't think it is. Yeah, it is 4 because I've got my thing, which is good. Let's see. Oh, I've got playing game. I've got the 22nd. Then I've got the 23rd uploading today. But I haven't made a clip of that. I guess it should have been the 23rd, but everyone knows probably. I've always done reasons.
I bet you $1 million that you will not win this game of Simon Says. You ready? Simon Says touch your shoulders. Alright? Simon Says touch your neck. Okay? Simon Says touch your nose. Simon Says like this video. Simon Says share this video with at least one person. Okay? Simon Says follow me. Alright, well, Simon Says comment the last thing you ate. I'll give you a few seconds. Alright? Someone says refresh this video. You're still here? Oh. Hey, send me my million.
To the Witch's Road! Let's go! So, yeah. Welcome. And if you've been noticing, I've been leaving some stuff that I've been excited about to this. And you might be wondering, how much can I talk about this? One, I want to talk about a bit, I'm still going to include this in non-spoilers, which is basically sort of my feelings. And when I'm talking about spoilers, I am also going to talk about because I watched Screen Rant. And Screen Rant theorized a couple of things when the episodes came out, which I liked. I like watching those. When you watch someone alongside and you theorize and you like go, maybe. So, but I'm not going to talk about that until the non-spoiler section. There's a lot of people who are still called by certain names that aren't revealed. And I also want to talk about the editing in this. Especially in 2 episodes, and a couple of people have done a back-to-back, which I absolutely love. And I think it's really interesting. And really exciting. But yeah, this is really good. I know a lot of people have said, that Marvel has gone a bit downhill. And to be fair, as a person who I legitimately have watched everything, I do get it. She-Hulk, even though I like it, I love She-Hulk, I understand. It's not the greatest. Well, I don't love it. I like it. I think it's really funny. I like that sort of symbol. I do get the other stuff. I do get, like, that some people... I do see why some people are like, okay, it's not as good. I'm fine with it. But, like... Besides, like, some specific stuff, there's not really an edge to, like, I absolutely hate it. But I do love this. This is amazing. This was good all the... I know a lot of people say maybe the episode's going to be swapped. I'm fine with it. The way it was, I'm fine with it. Because you have actually. So, for starters, when I was watching Screen Crash 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, they constantly said that Teen was Billy. And I was like, Joe, fair, that's fact. And I was like, Teen was Billy. And when you had the reveal of Teen was Billy, I think episode 5, it's like, I was right. Not I was right, but it was right. I saw it. I was like, actually, like, yes. And when you get episode 6, which sort of shows a bit of like episode 1 and 2 of them, 1 in the fake episode from a real perspective, and 2 a sort of like getting, I think they show a bit of like, no, they show up to like, but showing the illusion outside from episode 1, it's not from episode 2, why am I talking about that? But showing it from the outside, and some people have done a side by side, which I find is really interesting. Definitely in the interrogation room, the difference of like what Agatha at the time is hearing to what is actually being said. I love that he was like, Joe, I feel like you've cast me as like this no good teen that doesn't have anything to do with the crime but still has something suspicious. But you totally miscast me. I love that. I love how funny it is that like he's almost talking about like media roles. It's like, you've cast me as this role. And I just love it. Because he's realized, oh, you're just sort of casting me, and it's like really funny. Because I don't know if that's sort of like a slip of like him realizing that he sort of knows that, well, he does know that somewhat, the spell of like how the town worked. And I like that he's like being like, oh, you're being cast. Like he's like, there's a detective series, and it's like, oh, I'm being cast as like this no good teen who isn't involved with the crime but has done something else suspicious. And I like the side by side, and I like how interesting that episode is, looking back at episode 1, and then looking and sort of like fixing all of this sort of stuff with being like, oh, this is what was happening. And I like how you say, he says William Kaploff, which is Teen's original person before he died, before Billy went into the body. And then afterwards, when Agatha says, say it again, because Agatha can't hear anything, but I don't know if Billy knows about sigils at this point. So he just says it differently, because I feel like it's interesting that it's like, no, that's not it. I'm Billy Maximoff. And I love it. It's like, no. And says the other name. I don't know if there's much of a difference. I don't know if you can like maybe like see the mouth move and there's a difference. I like it. I also like that technically William Kaploff was the person who put the sigil. But no matter if they said either one of the names, both of the names were covered, and I love it. And I like that, like, all of that is really interesting. All of the story I love. I find it so exciting. And then obviously, you get, I don't know exactly what episode it was, but you get the episode that is about being out of time, which is Lilia's trial. Because there's so many episodes that's sort of like, yeah, Lilia's trial, which is the episode's out of order, and I like stuff that's out of order. It's really fun, where if you do it in some fun way, and you get a whole interesting look of the whole series, and this is the moment where it's like, oh, Rio's death, and that image is that you constantly see the cards throughout the episode. You get to see the placements of like, oh, this is like one of the tarot cards, this is one of the tarot cards, and this and this and this, and like absolutely like it. And I also like, it's like, do you remember me? It's like, I absolutely like that episode. Like, it goes back and forth, and when it's like, you kind of realize, and I like sort of when Jennifer says, she said herself, she's the Green Witch. Because she said that, I think, in episode 4. because the trial isn't free. Person dies. We need another Green Witch. I'm not a Green Witch. I'm more like the Green Witch. We have like this. It's like, no, okay. Again, it's just so fun. And then you have the next twist at 1. Billy made the road, which is exciting because you sort of figure it out by like when you go to his house and you get to see a bit of his roof. You're kind of like, oh, where? All of this refers to the road. What's going on? You kind of get hints towards that. And then when Billy, because I feel like that's a moment where they sort of like hinted towards it, and then it's like, maybe. But the moment it actually happens is at the like sort of like second to last episode, where it's, oh no, and then when you get the reveal that, oh no, it's Agatha all along. The Witch's Road was just Agatha all along, and I find that amazing, hilarious, and so sad because you see her backstory and you see like. You also get like, oh, why do you let them believe that, which was in one of the early episodes, just after like Jennifer was like, oh, the Green Witch, and it's like, because the other thing is worse, and it's about like Scratch died because like she didn't do the spell that she did, and it's so messed up. It's so dark. There's a bunch of theories about like how we didn't see the body, but it's so dark. This show, and also I'm interested because some people say there's a free trilogy of this. Wonder and Vision, Agatha All Along, and the new Vision Quest. But I am so excited for both. This is really interesting, and I absolutely loved the series. I enjoyed it. It was so fun. It was just absolutely 100% worth it, and I do 100% recommend for you to watch. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, I hope you liked, and good night.